Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez at the new and improved Alert Center. Welcome if this is your first time seeing this new and improved set. So thanks again for joining us here at the Alert Center. Today it is Fabulous Tuesday, and we are talking with Tristan Gomes with the Better Business Bureau. Normally we talk about scams and different scams to watch out for because clearly people don't listen well enough, right? And so you think this is never going to happen to me, and then it does. So we're kind of flipping the record here. And what we're going to talk about today is, okay, so you've been scammed, so what do you do now? Okay, so Tristan is joining me here at the Alert Center. Let's introduce him to us today. Hey Tristan, how are you?
Doing well. Love the new studio and happy to be here.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, a lot went into this one. Thank you for being here again this Tuesday. So let us know, what is step one? We know that scammers want two things. They want our money, they want our personal information, and then, what happens if they get it though?
Yeah, so your personal information, if it gets out, is so dangerous just because, losing money hurts, but losing your identity has way longer lasting impacts. They can steal you, they can start credit cards, they can start different avenues, they can get into your accounts. So the first steps, if you are scammed, is to just freeze your credit. To prevent any new accounts from being opened. The last thing we want is to be scammed or think we've just lost a couple dollars or a password here or there, and months down the road there's new credit card accounts or there's loans being taken out. So be sure to freeze those accounts and continuously just check your free credit reports to make sure there's no suspicious activity or nothing new that you didn't do on your own. And then use identitytheft.gov for step-by-step recovery resources.
Okay, that is really great advice. And then another thing to take note of here, so if you've been scammed and the scammer keeps trying to get in touch with you, whether it be through an email, through a text message, through social media, what's your advice with that one?
Yeah, so one thing that scammers love to do is they'll continuously call you, especially if you've fallen for a scam once, or even if you got a scam call and you answered, because then they know that that's a live number, so they're going to continue to come back. It's the same with email, text messages, so do not respond. If it gets to a point where it's overbearing, be sure to block these numbers. And be cautious when you get any call regarding offering prizes or investments or debt collection threats, especially after you've been scammed. These typically happen because scammers know you are vulnerable and you have fallen for this before. So be sure to understand that, and you're most likely going to get more calls if you have been scammed. So don't click any unsubscribe buttons or anything like that, or text stop. If someone's asking for you to make an investment or debt collection, that's where they get you, because they want you to just keep coming back, keep learning about this. So almost just don't answer and let it hopefully go away after a little bit.
Okay, and then if you unfortunately fall victim to one of those phishing scams, this is something that kind of makes me paranoid at our company, right? It's like, do I click on this? Do I not? I don't know, and so I usually opt for don't do it. It's just not worth it. But if you do, and then let's say unfortunately there's a data breach, it's always a good idea, let your supervisor know. It seems to me the earlier you let somebody know that you made a boo-boo in this department, the better. Can you kind of talk us through that one?
Yes, you said that absolutely perfectly. If you do fall for a phishing scam, or you click a suspicious link and something shows up like it's a virus, or some of your personal info gets out there, or maybe you do put in some company credit card info out there, be sure to reach out to your supervisor as soon as possible. The last thing you want is to try to get out of it all on your own, and then one little error becomes a huge error, and now the company all the information is just out there. So don't click links or share passwords, and be sure to change your password frequently, especially at work, so these phishers and these scammers can't get a hold of you. But yes, 100% correct. Be sure to reach out to your supervisor.
Yeah, and that was a good one. Change your password more often than not, right? We always think like, oh God, I have to change my password again. But there's a reason we change these passwords. There's a reason that you have two-factor authentication now. So, you've just got to do it and grin and bear it in this day and age, it sounds like.
Exactly. Yeah, I think everyone has their password they made when they were in fifth grade, and they were like, "Yeah, we're using this the rest of our lives." But you don't want one thing to get breached, and that leads to everything else. So yes, change your password. Use two-factor authentication. It might be a hassle now, but it definitely will save you a huge headache in the future.
All right, Tristan. Well, thank you so much for joining us today at the new and improved Alert Center. We appreciate your time as always, and some good tips if you did get scammed, what to do, those next steps. So really appreciate it. We'll see you later.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me, as always.
Of course. Have a good day. All right, so if you're just joining us at the Alert Center, welcome. Not too shabby, right? Welcome to the new digs. So we do want to talk a little bit about the weather now. We're going to head outside. I don't know about you, I've really been loving this weather, even though, ashamedly enough, as a California girl, I think this is cold, but it's welcome news for me because it's been swampy and miserable out there, in my opinion. So we're going to take a quick look outside from our Southwest First National camera. I like this shot, okay? Look at the American flag blowing in the breeze there. This is a shot looking back towards the Blackstone area, okay, at the Midtown Crossing condominiums there. So what does Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord have to say about today? So let's play a little game called Follow Along. So we're going to head to our website, firstalert6.com. I'll kind of just show you how this works. First, I'm going to refresh the grid. Next, if you head to this gray banner, yes, this gray thing right here, First Alert 6 weather. I'll just substitute thing for banner, why not? Senior Chief Meteorologist has his latest forecast for us. So today the current conditions are 64 degrees and cloudy. It sounds just lovely though. I don't know about you, but I'm digging it. So, okay, so the high for today appears to be around 75 degrees around 4 and 5 p.m. tonight. We're calling this a pleasant afternoon. We'll take it. And as you scroll down, you can get more information. You can kind of take a look at where things stand now and where the local precipitation is. And if you want to get really, I like to call it quote unquote weather nerdy, you can get into air quality and 3-degree guarantee and drought, etc. and the pollen count if you want to. But I'm going to scroll back up here and take a look at the 3-day if we can here real quick. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Here is the 3-day for you. So Tuesday, 75, and then, oh dear, dun dun dun, we're back into 82 degrees, mostly cloudy for Wednesday. And then we go back up because guess what? It still is summer here in the metro. Thursday, 85 degrees, partly cloudy. And then this is kind of when the humidity goes back up too. So 64% humidity on Thursday. But until then, we want to enjoy today, right? So if you are headed out in the metro today, enjoy the 65 degrees. Maybe wear a light sweater. Perhaps you're wearing closed-toed shoes today. Whatever you choose to do, enjoy 65 while we've got it. And of course, please do stay tuned for our 3 p.m. broadcast today with our Dave Zavolinsky. We'll see you then.